Welcome back to A True Man's World. Today we're going to be getting into...
That was good. Why'd you stop?
I forgot what we were doing.
Alright. Today we're going to be deciding a 3-man team that could defeat Ryoma and Sukuna. So we only get 3 people to beat Sukuna. Roll the intro. So how we're going to be setting this video up is that we're each going to be alternating picks for our team. We can choose the same person, because if we couldn't, then it would pretty much just be impossible to form a team in the first place. So we can choose the same person. We're each going to be alternating. I choose one, he chooses another, and we're going to see how our teams stack up against each other, but more importantly, if they can beat Sukuna or not. So would you like to give the first pick for your team?
The first pick, or like the whole team?
No, just the first pick. We're going to alternate and reveal our team slowly.
Alright, so I actually have 2 teams that I've built.
Alright, do one team, and then at the end you'll reveal your whole second team. Just do your main team first.
My number 1 pick is Yuta. That's my first pick.
Alright.
Okay, why do you make that face? He's literally like one of the strongest sorcerers in the entire...
But that's your number 1 though. I don't think he would be number 1. I think he's the type of character you just tack on just because you have a third.
He's integral to my plan that this team is gonna fulfill. So I need him.
If there were only 2 players that you would have 2v1 Sukuna, Yuta would also be in that for you.
Yeah.
You're a fool.
He's in there.
You're a damn fool.
Alright, who are you picking?
Alright, now I want to hear more of your reasoning though. You're one of like, you think...
No, because you won't get it until I reveal all my picks.
Alright. So my first round draft pick, alright, the MVP of this team, the number 1, is Megumi. What was that chuckle?
What, the guy that's on par with Yuji?
Yeah. Because Maharaga.
So what?
What do you mean, so what?
Sukuna beat him.
Yeah, but he forced Sukuna to use domain expansion, and Maharaga's whole thing is that he gets immune to other people's techniques. So there's a I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm saying there's a chance he's now immune to Sukuna's domain expansion. And if he is, that's huge. We know for a fact that he has gained immunity to Sukuna's other techniques. So he put up the best showing we've ever seen against Sukuna. And I think not choosing him would be foolish.
That leads me to my number 2 pick, which is actually Megumi. I also picked Megumi for that exact same reason, because Maharaga is in his arsenal, and like pretty much no other reason. Megumi's kind of fodder otherwise. Like even if summoning Maharaga keeps him out of commission for the whole battle, he's useful just for summoning Maharaga.
And as I mentioned in the last video, his intellect is up there.
It is up there, but he can't exactly summon Maharaga and fight, right?
He can summon Maharaga, so how it works is that when he summons Maharaga, the Maharaga and him are engaged in a 1v1, but Maharaga will also kill anything in the area as well, right? And so it becomes like a 1v1v1 when Maharaga is involved. So I just thought about that Maharaga will like try to attack the other teammates too. I just realized that. But I think that Megumi can somehow figure out a way to coordinate, because he is the smartest character in the verse. I'm comfortable saying that. And he will figure out a way to coordinate the whole battle royale scheme to where it puts them in an advantageous position.
I honestly don't think that Sukuna is even going to shy away from the battle anyways. If he sees Maharaga, he's going to be like, it's all me. He's not the type to just like, I don't know, like think about it strategically like that much, because of how overwhelmingly powerful he is compared to everyone else in the world. So yeah, I
think he'll be excited to see Maharaga again, even, which is honestly like an emotional type of advantage that my team, or I guess our teams, would have going into that.
True.
All right, so my number 2 pick is Yuta. But okay, listen. All right. The reason why I'm choosing Yuta, I think he's less of an asset than Megumi. And even also, I only said that to kind of like be funny, because like, you know, we both have the same character, but like, I don't think he's the third best or the second best character on my team. I have one more guy who I think is more important than Yuta for my team. I'm only choosing Yuta because reverse curse technique. That's my biggest reason. I think we need somebody who's able to heal the team, keep them up. Because if we have Maharaga, because you know Maharaga can heal himself. He's a curse, right?
Yep.
He can heal himself. And so if we have Yuta being able to heal himself in the third person, that's huge. I was going to say he could also heal Megumi too, but that's just a waste of curse energy. Let's just be real.
Alright, so we're on to my third pick. And my third pick for this fight is actually Kenjaku in the body of Geto.
Specifically in the body of Geto?
Yes.
Okay, what form of Kenjaku were we talking? Like, obviously this would be post Mahito consumption, correct?
Yeah, like his strongest iteration.
That sounded so cool. Post Mahito consumption. What the heck, dude?
It just sounds like, I don't know, he's high off something. But yeah, that's like the strongest version of him. Of course I want him on my team. So now that I have all my candidates, should I list out why I picked this team out?
Go for it.
Alright. So we know that Kenjaku has amassed more special grade curses than Geto. And Geto, first of all, has consumed like, what, 2,000? Over 2,000 curse spirits?
Yeah, it was definitely over 2,000.
Yeah. So imagine how many at this point Kenjaku must have amassed. Like well over 2,000.
So it really just depends on how much you think Kenjaku actually... Because he didn't have Geto's technique for that long, right? It was only a year, no?
It was only after the events of the Zero.
Yeah.
So
he did not get 10 million in a year. I don't even think it's possible to eat 10 million curses in a year. Even if they were just fed to him, he was just eating them nonstop. I don't think that's possible.
But he does have access to all the ones that Geto has, and all the ones he's consumed since then. So that's Mahito, any ones that were not, what was it? The smallpox, right? The one that fought,
Meme?
Yeah, Meme.
Yeah, and that one had a domain too.
Yeah, that one had a domain.
Which is ridiculous.
So like, he has all these extra cursed spirits as well. That's not even like the craziest thing. That's not what I think he'll be beating Sukuna with. So if Geto kills Yuta, right? And he absorbs Rika, where does that put him now? Alright, first of all, in the manga, Rika is referred to as the Queen of Curses.
This is true.
Because of how ridiculously like strong she is.
Don't tell me you're gonna imply like queen greater than king in like chess or something.
No.
Okay.
Because Geto, first of all, is like the amount of Kenjaku, the amount of curses he's amassed. We have no idea like how much he has, but like we know he's ridiculously strong, one of the strongest in the series. And if he absorbs Rika, which is like a cursed spirit on par.
Were you gonna say on par with Sukuna? That's ridiculous.
Maharaga, I think.
Okay, that's fair.
A little bit below Maharaga, right?
That's definitely fair. Yeah.
And then he absorbs Maharaga.
And so this is the route you're going. And that's interesting.
And then he uses the Uzumaki technique, right?
With all 10 million from Shibuya?
Yeah. Every single thing he has in his arsenal, right? Against Sukuna. That's like a last resort big bang attack. I think they'd win under those conditions.
Okay, well you gotta think, are we taking personality into account, or are we saying like all of them are willing to like do anything, like even act out of character to win against Sukuna? Like just anything. Because I can't see Yuta's personality being like, alright Kenjaku, I know that you're like evil and you sealed the only man who's ever cared for me in my entire life, but I'm gonna allow you to like take the soul, what represents the soul of the love of my life. Here, just take it. Yeah, here, take it. And can you see, like, Maharaga, like, first of all, he's going to have to absorb Maharaga forcibly. He's not going to just be able to, like, go up to Maharaga and touch it, right? He's going to have to forcibly take it. And that's questionable whether or not he can even do that.
True.
But so he would have to take Rika first. Right?
Yeah, Rika first.
Okay.
But I think if he kills Yuta and he gets
Why would he kill Yuta? Why wouldn't he just take Rika?
Because I think one of the conditions is that he has to kill whoever like the cursed spirit is bound to. Like we've seen Geto do that. Remember when he was being tracked by bounty hunters and there was that old guy that had a cursed spirit attached to him and he tried to kill Geto?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that? Well,
No.
It said that, like, basically, when that's the case, like, Megumi's 10 Shadows technique, or, like, any, like, Shikigami manipulator, right? Any Shikigami manipulator, like, you have to kill the owner
Okay.
to absorb the cursed spirit. And I'm not sure how that works with Megumi and Maharaga, because I don't think if he kills Megumi, he's going to get Maharaga. I think he has to capture Maharaga.
Yeah.
But, like, for Rika, I am 99% sure all he has to do is kill Yuta. In this perfect world, though, Yuta gives up his life and allows Rika to be consumed by Kenjaku. And then, in turn, Kenjaku absorbs Maharaga. And by having these two, like, high tier cursed spirits, right? He's able to kill Sukuna with the ultimate Uzumaki.
Okay, so do you think... I think the only way that could possibly work is if this happens. So Kenjaku can use the abilities of the curses that he steals, right? So now he can use Mahito's idol transfiguration, correct? He can use that?
Right, yeah.
So if he absorbs Maharaga, and let's just say, because Maharaga's whole thing is he can become immune to curse techniques if he survives them, correct? And Maharaga did survive. He was hit by Malevolent Shrine, correct?
He did not survive that.
But he was hit by it though.
Malevolent.
He technically didn't survive it, but like Maharaga still exists. Like he's not like erased from existence. So
Yeah.
technically he was hit by Malevolent Shrine and he continues to exist. So if you think that when he comes back he's immune to Malevolent Shrine and Kenjaku absorbs him, then maybe there's a chance that Kenjaku would be immune to Malevolent Shrine. I'm not saying it's likely. I'm saying there's a very small chance. Do you think that?
Can't really answer that because we've never seen that type of ability before. That's like unique to Maharaga completely.
Yeah.
Not
All right.
sure.
Did I go over my last pick?
No, you didn't.
Oh, it's also Kenjaku. I knew we'd have the same team, dude. I feel like it's a little bit obvious. Like I feel like the direction that we would have to take this in order to beat Sukuna, we kind of are forced to pick these three. I honestly thought you were gonna pick Hikari, and I was getting ready to clown on you, dude. I actually had like multiple arguments in my head ready to just like make fun of you, but you know, I'm glad.
Did you have the exact same reasoning I did?
No.
No?
Completely different. I was thinking a much more traditional fight where like Yuta would be like the healer, like healing everybody, while Rika would be frontline tanking. And then Kenjaku, I was thinking, would just pump as many cursed spirits, what are they called? Curses. They're just called curses. Would just take as many curses as possible, just continue to throw him at Sukuna, somehow trying to wear him down. Because we know that the only reason why Gojo is able to keep on opening his domain is because of his reverse curse technique, right? The fact that he can manipulate reverse curse technique to make the amount of curse energy that he consumes 0, right? Which Sukuna can't do. So there's probably a limit to the amount that Sukuna can use Malevolent Shrine, which is why I think that maybe you could try to wear him out, because in terms of Kenjaku and Yuta, they have their curse energy is pretty much limitless between both of them. I can't imagine either of them running out. And I'd say their curse energy quantity is going to be relative to Sukuna. But there's 2 of them, so if we kind of just play like the stamina game is what I was thinking.
Yeah, that was also basically my second win condition. Because if you think about it, the only reason Maharaga died, wasn't it because of Malevolent Shrine? Or like he went away. I'm thinking that maybe Yuta and Kenjaku combined with their domain expansions.
That doesn't work. We saw when the 3-way domain expansion, wasn't it just too much?
Yeah, it was too much, but that's what I mean. Like, it overloads it so that
it
cancels it out.
But Malevolent Shrine doesn't work like that though, because how domain expansions work, they're like a dome, right? Like you create like a whole domain, right? But Malevolent Shrine is the only domain in like sorcery, like Jujutsu Sorcerer's history that doesn't create a dome. It edits the existing landscape, dude.
And Megumi's domain, right?
Now, that's just because Megumi's is incomplete.
But he kind of does the same thing, though, right?
Nah, it's not like that, because Megumi's is incomplete, which is like objectively worse. Like, so if Megumi was to get in a domain expansion battle with, like, let's just say Jogo, Megumi would lose every time because his domain is incomplete. It doesn't form that full dome. But Sukuna's is a complete domain, but it has that property of, like, editing the landscape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's no rule. You can't break out of it. There's no way to break out of it. Because one of the arguments I was thinking initially was that, like, if, like you said, they all, like, overload his domain. But you can't overload it if it doesn't exist, right? Like, it just, you know? There's no breaking it if there's no barrier to be broken. So I can't really see them countering Malevolent Shrine in any way. And that was one of the points I wanted to make, is that I don't think there is a 3-man team that can beat Sukuna, period. I think the whole video is pointless.
Not even with the Uzumaki?
But how is Sukuna going to get hit by that, though? You're saying he can't dodge that Uzumaki?
Alright.
You're saying he won't open Malevolent... You're saying he's going to watch them combine? Like, what is this, Dragon Ball? He's just going to watch them all power up?
Let's make it a 4-man team. So let's get a...
Oh my... What are
you... You're
ruining the whole format of the video.
Let's get the curse speech user in there, right?
He's going to die immediately. What is he going to do?
Don't move, Sukuna, please. And then... and maybe that works, dude. Maybe that works. And he dies as a result, but who cares, right? Like... All you need is 1 second.
Yuta can use curse speech, though.
But Yuta's dead, because we need Rika.
I guess. So you're saying with a 4-man team, we combine everything. But I don't understand how they're going to combine without Sukuna opening Malevolent Shrine and killing them first.
Yeah, that was kind of why I thought, like, the... I mean, he wouldn't immediately open with Malevolent Shrine, though. That's, like...
No matter what he does, if this is, like, a full power... Because if we're even taking him in his own body... Are we? Or are we saying... Okay... Or are we referring to 15-finger Sukuna in Shibuya? I think this is a better conversation if we refer to that. Because 20-finger full-power Sukuna in his own body, I don't think... And even if we take the whole verse, they're losing. Except for Gojo, I don't think... I think he can wipe the whole verse. I'm going to go with the head of the Inumaki clan. Hopefully he can hold Sukuna for 1 second. That 1 second is enough. And then I'm going with Toto. I don't care. That clapping, have him in, like, way far away. Just, you know what I'm saying? I think there's value in that.
Wait, you think Toto can cover that distance? Is that a thing? Doesn't he have to see him? He has to be able to see him, right?
I just, like, way in the back.
Oh, okay.
Just, like, really far away. Have Kenjaku just put a bunch of curses surrounding him.
Yeah.
I still don't think they can win, though. You want to give your updated 5-man?
I have the exact same thing.
Oh. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Definitely comment down below your guys' list. Do you think there is a team that exists, either a 3-man team or 5-man team, that can beat Sukuna? If you think they can't, let us know why not. If you think they can, let us know the team. And, you know, we're going to be reading and replying to every comment. We appreciate it a lot. If you want more Jujutsu Kaisen content, manga content, definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're uploading a ton of it. Alright, that's about it. See you guys. Here's a little trivia for the post-credit scene. I just broke this mug as I was walking into the room to record. What can I say? R.I.P.
How's that trivia?